it's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for all you got.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Black by four. Come on, D.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready. 60 right there. 54 Mike. Watch the flag.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Jackson to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. On second down and 4. Brees. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Breeze now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain there of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He's going to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. It gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Looking for Gannon. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Look for outlaw. Right there, 56. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Toss play, Kamara, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Matt Judon there to bring him down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action, Breeze. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I'm going back to you.
On first down, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense, I think. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Check the backer, check the backer. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Now on 2nd and 16, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson now being chased out left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks.
All day, every day, any day.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. 2nd and 10.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13.
Jackson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Let's go.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They'll run. This is Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 38, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Single slot, single slot. Over. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Switch, switch. Slam, slam. Good, good, good. High 4, ready. 3 seconds.
Shotgun now for Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yellow waiting. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Breeze is looking to throw. He's got Smith here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. There he goes left side. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. One last shot for Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Get your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Get your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 million.
check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell him we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to guard. Big numbers, 100 minutes.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Caught, it's Wilson. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
We play to win. Let's